Here we have a trinomial with the coefficient of 5, so we can't use the X puzzle. I'm going to try to use bottoms up to try to factor this trinomial completely. So I'm going to remember draw my X, and the middle coefficient goes at the top of my X, so negative 11, and then I need to multiply the 12 times the 5 to get the bottom number, so we get a 60. So let's see if we can come up with all the factors for 60. We have 1 times 60, and we know 2 goes into it because it's an even number, so 2 times 30. We know 3 goes into it because of some of the digits is divisible by 3, so 3 times 20. We know that 4 can go into it 15 times. Now again, we're trying to find a combination that's going to give us an 11 here at the top. So we know that from 1 and 60 we can't get the 11, and then 2 and 30, 3 and 20, but we could possibly get the 11 from this 4 and this 15. So let's see if we can come up with some numbers here. So if we put a 4 here and we put a 15 here, remember my bottom number has to be a positive. So because my bottom number has to be a positive, the only way that I can get a positive answer if I multiply it is if I multiply a positive times a positive, because that gives me a positive, and a negative times a negative, and that's going to give me a positive. Because my top number is negative, that means I can't use this one here. So I'm going to use this combination here. So I need to know this one has to be negative, and that's going to be negative. So if I add negative 4 and negative 15, that's not going to give me the negative 11 that I need here at the top. So this combination is not going to work. So let's continue looking for the factors of 60. So we know 5 goes into 60 12 times, but there's no way that I can get 11 from here. And then we go on to the next one. It's going to be 6 times 10, and from 6 and 10 I can't get a combination that's going to give me 11 or negative 11. So I've already gone through all of the factors, and there's no combination that's going to, if I add them together, I'm going to get a negative 11, and if I multiply them together, I'm going to get a positive 60. So when you can't find a combination that's going to work, then that means this trinomial is prime. So again, you have to look through all the factors, but if you can't find a factor that's going to work, and be careful with the signs, then your trinomial is just going to be prime.